Let's look at the next set of data, and this is on employment situation and has the government created more jobs. Look at the picture here now. The question was asked, opinion on unemployment situation, 42% saying very serious, somewhat serious around 22%, not very serious is 7%. Not concerned is 14%, but let's look at another set of data. This is about, has government created more jobs? Yes is 53%. No is 41%. So not much of a difference here. But is it the sense that because of the EPFO data, this is looking at somewhat rosy picture of 53%? Right?
And correct me if I'm wrong, these numbers are better than they were in August. In August, there was a sense of greater economic distress than January. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yashwant, that those who felt that unemployment was a serious, somewhat serious or serious was more than 70%. It's now 60%. So there is some sense that the government is trying to provide me relief. Am I correct?
Unemployment hurts more when the inflation is high. Unemployment hurts more when you have lesser money in your pocket. So yeah, from all those perspectives, yes, you are right in your assessment, Rajdeep, that this is going a kind of a jigsaw a little bit, but yes, largely speaking, what Siddharth is making sense as well, that, you know, in overall performance, when you look at the long-term trend line, people are somehow still trusting trusting this government more, that, okay, these are our problems, but I guess that you are going to at least try and find a solution.
You know, Salman Soz, that's the thing. People are admitting there are problems. And as Siddharth has very rightly pointed out, we are a split society. There are people hurting at the bottom of the pyramid and some even in the middle of the pyramid. But they are still they are still giving a vote of confidence to the government, Salman Soz, in the hope that they will resolve the problems. You see, you have to look at it from a political perspective. Yes, Siddharth, very quickly.
Very quickly. Basically, the data set tells me this is a dual mood approach. Approval and anxiety both are coexisting in our country.
Very well said.
Yes, Salman Soz, you want to respond because it's one thing to have these anxieties, but at the same time, you are willing to trust the government of the day to help you more than the opposition. You have to come up with a proper economic agenda of your own. Where is your economic manifesto?
I will tell you, Rajdeep, because I know you're a political animal, you'll appreciate this. In the early 2000s, when Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee was going for his India Shining campaign, BJP was very fond of talking about how 60 million jobs were created during those 5-6 years. What the reality was that those jobs were not what people were doing. Women, elderly, children, they were working in the farms. It was distress employment. And if you look at the current situation, if you look at the periodic labor force surveys right now, you see a lot of similar employment. Do you know that India is one of only 2 G20 countries where agricultural employment has gone up after the pandemic? Only 2, South Africa and India. When agricultural employment goes up, that means that's distress. Now, let me make a prediction for you, for all of you, for all those watching this TV show. Because of what happened with MGNREGA, because of the repeal of MGNREGA, there will be a severe impact on the demand in this country. That's one, and your companies are going to suffer. This is first prediction. Second, because a lot of the spending has been shifted to the states, there's going to be a lot of problems with state budgets because they're already stretched. So now you'll have a double whammy. Now, take it from me, this is going to cause huge problems in the economy going forward. So all of these, by the way, this whole idea...
Mr. Soz, Mike, sir, despite that, you see that disjunction between economics and politics is very clear. It's not as if people are not feeling distress, but they still seem to trust the government to pull them out of this distress. Yes, Zafar Islam.
First of all, let me remind Mr. Soz that he is a Congress spokesperson and he must remember the UPA regime, where the policy paralysis is there, the 5 fragile economy in the world, and the scams all over during UPA government. bank was in distress situation,
have you
NPA was
convicted
very
anyone
high,
of any
capital
scam?
adequacy
Where is
ratio
Salman
was,
Islam?
you know what it was.
Salman
No, no,
Soz,
just
Salman
please
Soz,
do not interrupt.
Salman
I
Soz,
do
that's
not
not fair.
interrupt.
Go ahead, Zafar.
Have some decency.
Rajdeep,
No.
And
I'll put
somebody
his voice down. Go ahead,
somebody
Salman.
criticize somebody.
Go ahead, sorry, Zafar.
So somebody who has given this kind of economy during UPA time is talking about that government has delivered a better economy compared to the current situation, despite COVID, despite global headwind, despite whammy wars, despite tariff situation, despite everything, so many headwinds, still India is selling comfortably compared to many other countries. And that itself is a huge relief, and that lends a lot of comfort to the common man on the street. Every economist, whether it's locally or globally, they admire the way it is being handled, economy is being handled.
Yes.
See, one thing is when being a spokesperson of a party which has not even has a 100 MPs, they used to have 400 MPs. They will criticize, and we can understand that even the audience will understand.
Dr. Zafar Islam.
Dr. Zafar Islam, please listen to the question Maria has.
You will realize
You're
that
a banker yourself. The question about employment. There are concerns, but has government created more jobs? That data has gone up from what it was in August last year. What do you think has worked?
Maria, two things before I respond to your question. That the rating upgrade by the rating agencies, that itself suggests that Indian economy is in sound state and on the right track. Because otherwise, during UPA time or for last several years, no rating agencies have upgraded our rating. That suggests so many positive development happened in last 11 years. From our position from 11th largest economy to now a 4th largest economy. That even the EU FTA that we have signed also suggests that they have more confidence in us, because in 2013 they had abandoned this discussion with the UPA government than they ever had during UPA term. So Indian economy, if somebody criticizes, they must see the numbers, they must see the high frequency data and must see the macro stability what we have demonstrated in the last 11 years. Purely because the decision which has been taken by the Honorable Prime Minister, the various structural reform which has been undertaken is showing the result. And even I'm telling today that during last 11 months, what the economic stimulus has been given yet to play out in the economy, and that will show a lot of resilience and that will show a lot of productivity, GDP growth.
Can I come in, Rajdeep?
Having said that, yes,
Mr.
job
Soz,
has been created.
Mr. Soz, we will have
That
lots
is
of
why
time on
when
budget
you have
to discuss this in greater
done
detail.
survey,
Sir, I've heard you.